Good morning, you're listening to Faces for Radio, the Valentine's Special, with James Evans,
Miles Poole,
and Alex Stratton-Lake.
We've got an amazing romantic song to kick off with. Romantic song? It's The Darkness with I Believe in a Thing Called Love.
Darkness, I Believe in a Thing Called Love.
Great song, great song. Blast from the past, right guys?
Yeah, brings back memories. So Valentine's Day, eh?
Yeah, we're going to talk about this very preemptively, because it's not for about 6 days.
6 days, although, I mean, that's not too bad, because I think our Christmas specials, I mean, we managed to do...
That was about
a
3 weeks in advance, a month in advance.
So we're getting closer, guys.
So Valentine's Day, the only commercially sanctioned occasion to share your love with another human being.
And I think one's enough, to be honest, because if you think about it, Valentine's Day is a very expensive and stressful time of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to plan, and you notice that every other couple's planning exactly the same thing, so you've got the stress of trying to think of something original. Yeah. Which isn't going to happen.
Not going to happen. So you're inevitably going to end up in a massively crowded, expensive restaurant with loads of other people who are taking part in this sham.
Exactly, and it's yeah. So I think 1 day's enough. I think we can cope with 1 day. Maybe we should change it to once every 2 years.
Yeah.
Or perhaps once a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we do that? Can we do that on Faces for Radio?
That's always an option, but I don't think we're in the position to make that call. I don't think we can.
Yeah. Where do we send the application form?
Does anyone have any amusing Valentine's anecdotes that they're willing to share live on air?
No.
I'm pretty sure amusing anecdotes, like Valentine's Day anecdotes, are never amusing for the person telling them.
That's true, but the rest of us can, have a good laugh at your expense. Valentine's cards, those are an odd phenomena, aren't they?
Actually, I'll tell you what. I mean, yes, I'm going to agree with you on that point.
Alright, good.
But I sort of have an amusing Valentine's anecdote, in the fact that I think it was the first actual Valentine's Day where I was in a relationship. Sure. Exciting.
Yep,
dangerous
definitely,
times.
Definitely.
And I forgot my key to my house.
Right.
So I was locked out. We've got used to have a little cabin down in the back garden.
Okay.
So
like a shed.
Yeah. Well, a shed with
you say
sofas.
A cabin to try and make it sound more plush.
A shed with sofas in and a window.
Worn out sofas.
Exactly. So I thought, okay, well, I'm locked out. I'll wait until my parents get back in.
Yeah.
I'll just go to the little cabin and I have a nap on my sofa. Unfortunately, I napped for way too long.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and so it turned out that I was incredibly late for my own booked meal because I'd fallen asleep in a shed, and obviously no one could contact me. No one knew where I was.
And that's also a really bad excuse. Why were you late to our Valentine's meal? I'd fallen asleep in a shed.
Well, luckily, the person I was going out with at the time knew what to expect from me, and
she knew what you were signing up for.
Would have been much more surprised if I wasn't late for being asleep in a
Probably
shed.
a little bit disappointed if you turned up on time. Exactly. This isn't the man I met. This isn't the man I agreed to go out with. Oh dear. Valentine's cards, just expensive ways to say I love you. Everyone
also,
agree?
It's really difficult to find one which...
Never bought one.
You've never bought one?
Oh, Mars, this is definitely controversial.
I see it as a protest.
What, you not buying one is a protest against the commercialisation of love?
Yep.
Okay, I think that's just a very very clever and witty way of being a cheapskate. Well, I mean, everyone's seen it's sort of a bit of a Facebook phenomenon, I guess. This as the Smart Price offering a Valentine's card for 7 pence.
Yeah.
Impressed by that?
I might actually, I mean, I'm not in a relationship at the moment, but I might stock up
on
the cards if they're only 7p.
You could buy them in bulk and maybe get them down to 6p a card, and then just send that to everyone in Warwick, and then maybe someone will respond. You never know, it's worth a try.
I see that as sort of proof that I'm protesting and not just a cheapskate, because if I was just a cheapskate, I'd just go for one of those. But that's still
Or
against
perhaps
my
you're
morals.
Perhaps you're so cheap that you refuse to spend
Yeah, even 7p. That's the other option. So I don't know if you can say you've been
it's definitely
entirely vindicated
No, it's the
by
first thing.
just not buying anything at all.
Nah, that does save me there.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
That's
that's fine. Well, have we got a relevant Valentine's Would You Rather?
We sure do.
We sure do.
Right.
We go with the theme. We go with the jingle. So hit it, guys.
Would you rather?
Beautiful, Miles.
Right. Would you rather go out with someone on Valentine's Day every year, but only on Valentine's Day?
Right.
Be with someone, or go out with someone for the rest of the year and have to break up the day before?
Every year.
Every year.
Wow. That's a tough one. Well, let's let the listeners decide. They can text in. They can email in.
Well, the number is 075 071 87777 or studio@radio.warwick.ac.uk.
Awesome. What do we think, guys? What do we think? Alec?
Well, I'm thinking go with the Valentine's Day. I know I've just moaned about Valentine's Day, and it seems I'm contradicting myself.
So it just seems like you want to only go out with someone on Valentine's Day, but you also want Valentine's Day abolished.
I didn't say that. Let me clarify. Valentine's Day's stressful, yeah?
Yeah.
Because you've got a long build-up to it.
Mm-hmm.
But with this Would You Rather, you'd have a long build-up because you're only going out with them on Valentine's Day. It's basically like a highlight. You could have like a highlight reel.
Right.
Instead of like going out with someone for a year and saying, well, that was the highlight, go out with someone for a day, and then your day could be the
whole highlight reel.
The whole highlight is the entire relationship.
Unless you sleep through it.
Yeah, that is always a danger, but I don't know if you'd sleep through your only date in the entire year, would you?
Of the year.
You'd have to be pretty lazy, but I don't know. I mean, one of us could do it, I suppose. Miles, what would you do? Would you, for your own Would You Rather?
Ooh. I don't know, probably the rest of the year thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just
play it safe.
Yeah. It would be hassle.
Yeah.
Breaking up. But
I
don't
you
like
could never really
Valentine's
have.
Day.
You could never have. You could never have that long-term a relationship, though, could you? If you had to break up.
That's true.
Every single year. So it's a tricky one, isn't it?
I mean, I suppose you could keep going out with the same person, but I mean, it would
Isn't that cheating? Isn't that
I don't know.
circumventing the Would You Rather?
Well, sure would get awkward every time you broke up with them.
Yeah. Well, unless the breakup is just some sort of farce where you go, oh, we've got to break up on Valentine's Day. I mean, I doubt they'd see the funny side, to be honest. But actually, I do know of someone who broke up with his girlfriend on Valentine's Day, so that's pretty brutal, isn't it? I mean, whatever you think about Valentine's Day, that's
He could have waited the day after.
Could have just waited.
He could have waited
24
hours, but he was far too eager.
Oh dear, that's not good. Not good. Right,
Time for another song?
what have we got?
We've got Ben Howard with The Fear.
Awesome.
That was Ben Howard with The Fear, followed by Bob Marley, Three Little Birds.
Great tune. Great tune. Well,
Never-
both of them.
Yeah,
Both of them.
we've never done
Good
two songs before.
That's quite exciting, isn't
That's
it?
quite exciting.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of texts in. First one from my girlfriend, Laura.
Oh.
Happy Valentine's Day special. She says, morning. I'll take the rest of the year and break up on Valentine's Day. My boyfriend doesn't do Valentine's Day and never has. Wouldn't make a lot of difference. Luckily, I love him loads anyway.
Oh.
Second one from your mum, James.
Brilliant.
The closest enough equivalent.
Does James remember receiving his first Valentine's card at about age of 5?
I do, yeah.
What?
It was
Remember
from my mum.
To you?
Yeah.
Is that legal?
No, it's just
So you didn't feel left out?
yeah, pretty much.
With all the
Pretty
other
much.
kids
Everyone
like
else
that.
is getting them,
Oh.
so obviously I wasn't.
Was it
I
signed
wasn't.
by her? Or was it like...
No, she didn't say from mum. It was a question
Val.
mark. I think she
Winky
sent them
face.
for some years after that as well. Actually, just with this in her handwriting with this question mark at the end, and always thought that I would go, oh, someone loves me.
It's like the Valentine's Day equivalent of Santa.
Yeah, pretty much. I have an imaginary partner. Oh, there we go.
When was the last time you received one of these?
What, from my mum?
From your mum, yes.
Probably start sixth form.
Wow.
So
this continues for a long while.
16 maybe. So yeah, I was a lonely child, I suppose. So she was just trying to make my life bearable.
Aww.
And that is to her credit as a mother. So thanks, Mum.
Yeah.
And happy Valentine's special to you.
Well done, Val. Did you ever write one back?
No, because I sort of pretended to her that I didn't know they were from her, so that she'd feel.
Well, you've blown your cover now.
Well, there we go. To be honest, I'll be surprised if she doesn't send me one this year. And quite annoyed actually. Yeah. So there we go. Should we return to the Would You Rather?
Yeah. What do you think of the Would You Rather?
I'd rather have the year-long relationship. I'm just not a sort of one-night stand kind of guy.
Hang on a sec.
Yeah.
You've made an assumption there.
Okay.
You don't have to meet her during the night. You can meet her during the day.
Yeah.
You can meet her for the entire day.
It's just a one-day stand, then, isn't it, really?
Well, I suppose so, but I mean, you get a few more hours in.
So that makes the relationship more meaningful.
I suppose so.
I think I'd still take the 364 days over the one.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Well, it is the Valentine's special, and 2 of the presenters are in relationships. But Alec, you're single.
That's correct.
Sorry.
Sorry, it's just a difficult moment.
And so we thought we'd put together a sort of Faces for Radio dating video, and obviously we can't do the sort of visual side of things, probably for the best. Agree, Miles, there? Looking at Alec here. So we've sort of asked Alec to sort of sell himself to potential partners. So we're gonna randomly pick some backing music and
some backing music,
and send you on your way. Are you ready for Alec's Love Shack?
I'm gonna go with A Bed Called Cheese.
Okay, all right. Here we go.
Okay. Quite nervous about this, but that's okay. Right, my name's Alec.
Yep.
I suppose you already know that, but some people call me Mad Al. I'm quite dangerous. Oh, sorry, people don't call me that. I try to make myself sound a bit more exciting. I suppose, hobbies. Sometimes I try and do sports. But I'm quite fragile and I'm not very coordinated, so I'm not very good at them. But I suppose it's the effort that counts. Some of my talents. Some people say I'm good at acting, but that's because I don't really like myself, so I pretend to be other people. But some people say that they like a man with an artistic side, so I suppose you could say that's my artistic side. I'm not really looking for any particular woman, just, sort of plain looking woman with, I don't know, a plain personality, I suppose. So, yeah, that's me. So, if you like the sound of that, call me or send me an email.
And you can call him or send him an email on 075 071 87777 or studio@radio.org.ac.uk.
And that was Alec's Love Shack. Well, Alec, I think you really convincingly sold yourself there.
We were all moved by that.
Yeah, I mean, I was nervous to begin with, but I think I really picked up in the end.
Yeah.
It was quite heartfelt.
Yeah,
so I enjoyed that.
Yeah, so again, if you are interested, text in.
I feel I've learnt something today.
Yeah.
About you.
I think we've seen a more fragile side to you as well.
Well, I mean, if either of you wants to phone or email in, I'd be happy to respond.
Okay, I don't know if we can really do that because
we're not allowed phones.
Yeah, we're not allowed phones in here, and the only computer we could email on is the one that picks up the email.
That's fine.
You can email yourself.
Perhaps Val can email me.
No.
Val, if you're listening.
What, out of sympathy?
Out of sympathy.
Oh, I feel quite overwhelmed. I think we should go to a song.
Yeah, I think we should go to a song.
What have we got, Miles?
We've got Jenny Was a Friend of Mine by The Killers. was Jenny was a friend of mine by the Killers.
Oh,
there we go. Just ended. Yep.
Now it's time for James's Cookery Corner.
Oh yeah. Hey guys, and welcome to my revamped Cookery Corner. Today we've got some amazing special Valentine's dishes on the Cookery Corner selection. Starting off with tomato soup. Get a can of Heinz tomato soup, empty it into a bowl, and microwave. The second dish on our amazing Valentine's menu this week is a ham and cheese sandwich. Although this isn't any old ham and cheese sandwich, this is a cheese sandwich where you replace the bread with ham and then put some sort of barbecue sauce in the middle. It's delicious. Miles has tried it. I've tried it. It's an absolutely amazing dish. So try a ham and cheese sandwich today. But don't remember to do not a normal ham and cheese sandwich. It's a different ham and cheese sandwich. It's a different kind of ham and cheese sandwich, and that's what's important here. That's what we're trying to get across on the cookery program and in this format. The final dish of my Cookery Corner this week is lobster bisque. Now, I don't really know how to cook lobster bisque, but what I would suggest is you take all the ingredients you would use to cook lobster bisque and then cook lobster bisque. That's been my Cookery Corner for this week. Stay tuned for next week's Cookery Corner.
I'm going to try that. The lobster bisque.
Yeah?
Yeah?
You think that sounds good?
Gave me some real direction there, so...
Good. That's what we aim to please.
Aim to please.
Don't like the new theme music.
No.
No, it's not as good, is it?
all the background music around, haven't they?
Yeah. We'll have to find the old music and bring it back.
Yeah. We have no control, do we? No control.
No, we are simply minions in the Radio at Warwick
pawns in their big
empire.
game.
Yeah. Precisely that.
So, Miles, do we have any texts in?
Oh, we do.
This is exciting.
We've got one from a secret admirer. No name on it.
Oh.
I'll send you a Valentine's card.
Oh, well,
that's nice. Well, I mean, we don't know that it's aimed towards me.
Well, yeah, it could be aimed at any of us.
It could be aimed towards any of us, but I mean,
presumably it's not.
Thank you very much.
Well, that might be from my mum because she might be doing it out of sympathy again.
Well, I mean, she, you know, I'm not going to say no. I'm a great admirer of your mother.
Yeah,
so
it's not a genuine card. Though, is what I'm trying to convey. I'm saying that you're still no one loves you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, thanks for your bluntness, James.
Well, it's fine. I do what I can as a friend. I feel we should be honest with each other.
I do, in fact, have another message from James's mum.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, that one wasn't then. Oh, so you do have a...
So you have a secret
admirer. I do have a secret admirer.
You do have a secret admirer. Oh, fantastic.
As James's mum, and someone that knows Alec, has known Alec for years, I think you could do really well. Really? Sorry.
Miles, it's on a screen.
Right in front of you.
I think you could really do with some help here. Alec is funny. He's a nice looking lad. Shall I go on?
Yeah, no, continue.
I'm liking this.
He... I don't know whether to read this one.
Just read it.
He has a nice body.
My mum didn't send that in a text.
Okay. He likes sleeping a lot. He likes eating a lot.
Yeah. Those are true.
These are all true. And very attractive traits in a man.
Okay, yeah, I suppose.
If you like that sort of a thing. A sleeping, eating man.
Yep.
He's been known to jog occasionally.
That's also valid.
True. Yep.
He needs a little looking after when he gets drunk.
That's very true.
Yeah. That's a fundamental truth.
Yeah. My mum didn't text in all those things, did she?
No, didn't she? Okay. He is clever, and he is deaf worth a date. So come on, girls, contact Raw. It could be the best.
There we go. I think that's a good...
There we go.
To be honest, I don't think there was any need for me to do my little dating segment.
I should have read that out with some backing music.
Yeah, we should have done that instead, really, shouldn't we? Yeah. We should just get my mum to come in and sell you every week and just see if we get a response at any point.
Well, I'm sure
we will. Yeah, no.
Keep going every week.
Yeah, no, I mean, we will. Law of averages. Someone will send a text by mistake or something.
Or we get a text which we can...
we can somehow contrive to make it sound like it was aimed at Alec, or
surely.
We'll work something. Yeah, we'll work something out. Are we going to go to another song?
I think we're going to go to another song. We've got another song here. Biffy Clyro with Many of Horror.
Awesome.
live across campus on 12:51 AM. This is Raw News, your news.
This is Raw News.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this broadcast for some breaking news!
The Belarusian president, Alexander Lukashenko, has just greeted the participants of the Minsk International Book Fair. He claims the book fair, in its 19th year, has become a landmark event in the spiritual life of the country. In other news, in an attempt to limit kayak rentals, the Cultural Affairs Committee of the Honolulu City Council has decided to prohibit commercial activity on Kailua Beach on Sundays. The measure is intended to give residents some relief from the increasing commercial activity in the area. And lastly, a 10-year-old Jack Russell, called Pippin, was saved from a house fire in Richmond last week thanks to some firefighters. When the fire broke out in the bathroom on the first floor, she ran to hide under a bed. Firefighter Ben Midgley said, "She was so far under the bed, we had to lift the bed up to get her out." Tune in next time for another Epipire newscast. Thanks for listening.
I have to ask, Miles, where do you get these news stories from? Like, who reports that Jack Russell's been saved from under a bed?
It's local news, isn't it? We've been through this. Local news really have nothing to report. So that's why I'm getting my work experience at a local news station. Oh, if only.
If only.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we could become a local news station.
What, just for campus, for Warwick, for...
Maybe.
Britain.
Not yet.
Britain's
news.
local news. That could be our little catchphrase, little tagline, slogan, jingle, whatever you want to call it.
I like it.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I like it.
I think we could be the premier source of news and analysis for the country.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
I mean, actually, you've been filling out application forms for certain sort of
newsrooms and stuff like that. Yeah.
Journalistic outlets.
Little company called the BBC, is it?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So they should be getting back to me. Should be getting back to me any day now, because of my extensive journalistic experience and broadcast knowledge.
Did you not feel that perhaps you could aim a little lower than the BBC?
What, the BBC's main national newsroom? No.
Never heard of them.
That's cannon fodder. That's nothing. That's just...
Because I'm just thinking, if eventually you do get a job there, I mean, you've finished your career by starting it, basically, haven't you?
Well, what do you mean?
You've basically
you can move up. You can come back here.
Yeah, definitely.
Promoted to Faces for Radio.
Well, are you saying that if they give me work experience at the BBC, I'm going to do so badly they'll never let me back in the institution? I don't think that is what you were saying, but that's also a possibility, I suppose.
Yeah, probably a much more likely possibility. But I'm just saying that if you become like an anchor on the BBC News, you're done, aren't you? I mean, you've accomplished everything you set out.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen in my first week of work experience.
Is that not how work experience works?
I don't think they just throw you on television in front of 3 million people and say, right, there's the auto cue, off you go.
I mean, I don't know how these things work. So.
I mean, I've told them that I've had extensive experience on live broadcast radio before, but that has been to, what, 7 or 8 listeners? Not 3 million.
Extensive.
It's pretty extensive.
I suppose so.
Extensive enough.
I suppose so.
Did you sort of cite us then? Me and Miles?
Oh, yeah. Well, not you two in particular. I said I presented and produced my own breakfast radio show.
So, by saying you didn't cite us in particular, you in fact purposely...
I just purged you from existence on the application forms, yeah.
Okay, well, that's an exciting development.
I hope that makes you feel appreciated.
No.
Well, it's fine. I've got appreciation from your mother, actually, so...
Hey! Time for another song.
Okay, what have we got?
We've got another song. We've got Food Fight.
Food Fight? Come on, Miles.
He's been inspired by your cookery corner, yeah.
We have Foo Fighters with a Pretender.
Awesome.
That was Foo Fighters with a Pretender.
Great song. Sorry, quite overexcited.
Into the moment.
Yeah, I was getting the moment with, the head banging and the air guitar and all that.
I mean, I was caught by surprise, because a few of our songs we played this week have all taken a really long time to sort of end.
Yeah.
And that one's quite an abrupt ending.
Miles just said, 3 seconds! And then I was head banging and, it was crazy. We've got a new feature.
Yes, we do.
And this feature is Alec Goes to Hollywood.
Okay, so I'll just sort of explain the sort of premise. I think a few weeks ago, I did a cinema movie review.
Yeah.
Didn't go too well with the listeners. I think I was criticised on air for a text in, and also it was very expensive. So I thought,
it.
thank you, Miles. Send me a Valentine's card.
Will do.
So we thought, don't review movies, review movie trailers.
Genius.
No,
Alec Goes to Hollywood.
So this is the.
Do we have a jingle for Alec Goes to Hollywood?
Yes, we do. Alec Goes to Hollywood.
Brilliant.
Okay, so the trailer I'm reviewing this week is a trailer for a film called Man on a Ledge. A pretty exciting title. I think you agree.
You've already got me.
Yeah, exactly. It's a 2.5 minute long trailer. So it's sort of an average length for a trailer. You know, you
Do
don't
they
want.
vary other than that?
Well, you get 3-5 minute trailers, and sometimes your attention just can't last for that length of time.
So it was a good length.
It was a good length, and I applaud it for that. The first half, sort of, you get a bit of context. I think for 1.5 minutes, it is all about the man on a ledge. There's a guy called Nick. He's on a ledge, and the trailer holds you in suspense. For the first half minute, you don't know why he's on the ledge. So, I mean, there's a lot of tension there, It turns out he's been framed for stealing a diamond, and he's on a ledge as a distraction for his mates to actually go nick the diamond to prove that it wasn't nicked in the first place. Okay, so a few plot holes, I'm thinking. Maybe that's not a good idea to steal something to show that you haven't stolen it.
Yeah.
At the end, you're still stealing something. And also, two, what the guys don't realise is, just because a man's on a ledge doesn't mean that all the internal security in the building disappears. So the last 30 seconds of the trailer is absolutely epic. Lots of screenshots, really sort of tense, and yeah, turns out they all get sort of kidnapped by like police and stuff because man on a ledge the man on a ledge isn't going to cut it for like alarm systems.
No,
it's not going to cut it at all.
What?
So that's the film. That's my film review.
Okay, and what would you give that trailer out of 10?
I'd give it a 6 because I thought there could be a possibility of them not having a man on a ledge and just be sort of edgy and ironic, and I think they played it safe by having a man on a ledge.
I'd like to go see this film actually.
It sounds awful.
Why see the film when you can see the trailer? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
There might be more clips of a man on a ledge.
We can only hope.
Feature-length film.
I mean, I can understand the premise of putting someone on a ledge to build suspense, but maybe after an hour into the film, that suspense starts to die down.
Come down.
Yeah. So, well, I'm glad to hear that they certainly kept it up in the trailer at least. Do we have any texts in? Any emails in?
Sure do.
Oh, this is exciting.
I love Valentine's Day and use it as an opportunity to show everyone I appreciate them. I think James should make his mum a card.
Okay, I'll take that on board.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Who's that from?
Secret admirer.
Secret
Anonymous. Loads of them.
Another one. Valentine's Day is a commercial event designed by card companies. You shouldn't need the social pressures of a designated day of love to express your feelings for someone. From Joseph.
But when will you know when to show your feelings if you don't have a designated day designed by card companies? That's my question to Joseph.
That's true. It's like, when do we know when to give people gifts if we don't have a pseudo-religious festival to do so?
Exactly. Well, there we go. So you can provide some direction in our life.
Alex sounds like a thoroughly decent lad. Just saying.
Well,
might be onto one there.
Yeah,
there we go.
Maybe that special person.
We can only hope.
Do many couples meet over the radio? Does that happen?
I think it's more about the internet now, isn't it?
We're a step behind, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are in the dark age there.
Oh well. But Alec has just broken his microphone.
I will leave that. We'll leave that for
Okay. Right. 365 days a year with someone versus 1 day a year. The decision is obvious, isn't it?
Okay.
Provided.
Here we go.
Provided getting back together after Valentine's Day was guaranteed. The form was best.
I don't think that was guaranteed in the Would You Rather.
I don't think that was guaranteed. I mean, there's only so many times you can dump someone, isn't there, before they get a bit miffed?
If you explain the thing to them that you're cursed as a child.
Cursed by a random Would You Rather.
Who sent that text in?
Rupert.
Thank you very much for the text, Rupert.
We've got another one. Thoroughly disappointed with the new Cooking Corner music from Engelbert.
I couldn't agree more, Engelbert. The Cooking Corner music is awful, and we need to revive the previous Cooking Corner music.
Can we get a petition?
What, for Raw to reintroduce that Cooking Corner music onto the soundboard?
We've already got Engelbert as a
supporter.
That's 4.
That's 4.
That's huge.
Almost there.
I should actually mention, some of our fans, if I can call them that, actually believe that Cooking Corner is so well done, it's pre-recorded. It's not, it's all live. So I just thought I should...
There we go.
I'm amazed that anyone would ever think that any part of this
trumpet
show...
or anything, but there we go. Any more?
Last one. Where was the podcast last week? I need my weekly fix of FFR. From Nigel.
Shall we be totally honest with Nigel?
I think we should.
Okay,
well, come clean.
Yeah, basically, our podcast was of such dire quality, even to our very low standards, that we decided not to go with the podcast anymore. We'll just move to the fortnightly format.
Not only to not do podcasts anymore, but attempt to wipe the first one off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
we tried to delete that off the internet, so there's no physical proof that that happened. So now just stop bringing it up.
Yeah, in fact, we'll probably cut this out of the YouTube upload. So there we go. That's it.
Oh no, we got one more text. One more last.
All right, okay, one last text
from Meldreth. Bring back the Cooking Corner original music.
Oh, it's gaining support. This campaign is gaining steam.
Right. This has been Faces for Radio.
I'm James Evans.
I'm Miles Poole.
And I'm Alex Stratton-Lake.
This is Black Keys, Gold on the Ceiling.
Thanks for listening.